Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Let's Play of Out of the Park Baseball 18 with a drafted Reds team in the 2017 season. I've been kind of looking at my players here, and I'm really concerned about Andrelton Simmons here. He's not going to be the best hitter on the team, although he's having a pretty good season in real life this year. But, his contact is not bad. He just doesn't have a very good eye, but he can avoid the strikeout. So, I kind of wonder what's wrong with him, and I come and look, and he's got a batting average on balls in play about 238. That's way low. So, I'm thinking about maybe moving him up in the lineup, trying to get his getting more at bats, maybe get him more involved. Because his defense is great. Even though his offense has been absolutely awful, he's still been worth, and he'll be worth, about 1.5 wins. Well, 1.2, closer to 1 than 1.5. But he still has positive value as a player. I think what rule of thumb is you want 2 wins for a starter. But he's still a valuable part of the team because of his defense. If you look at my team stats, let's see. I think it's information. Defensive efficiency is basically how I'm winning. I mean, the pitching's good. The defensive efficiency is helping out the pitching considerably. So, all this is how I'm winning. So if I take Andrelton Simmons out of the lineup, it's probably not going to help me, even though his bat's not been very good this year. So I think I'm going to, when I start playing these games, I think I might even move him up to leadoff, just to get him more at-bats. And right now, let's see, Mike No Worries Clevenger there got himself suspended in a fight, so I have to promote somebody to make a start here, and I think I'll promote Strom here to make 1 start. We'll send down Pettit for 1 game. Well, I guess that's not going to work. Well, I could send down one of the relievers. I wonder if they'll let me send down Clevenger. That was easy enough. Alright, we'll bring up Strom to make the start. And looks like the bullpen, there's a few pitchers that can't pitch, but everybody else is okay. Oh, Shields is going to get his outright release. Okay, all batters. Profar is still day-to-day for, it's going to be day-to-day for a while still. So I might continue to give him some time off and play Ozzie Albies instead. I'm going to put Andrelton Simmons up at the top of the lineup. We got Lewis Brinson out of the lineup. Maybe I will give him a day off. Alright. I'm not counting on winning this game anyway. Strom hasn't been very good as a starter for me. So this might be a... I'll get some other people some playing time, and this might be a rough game. I'm accepting that fact. Alright, welcome to Great American Ballpark. Great American Ballpark, I'm sorry. Pitching today for the Reds is Matt Strom. Strom 0-3 on the season with a 6.43 ERA. He'll be facing the San Diego Padres leadoff hitter Dee Gordon. Gordon hitting .296 with 2 home runs and 30 RBIs. Line shot to left center field, base hit for Gordon. He's digging for second base. He's in there safely with a double. Gordon on second with good speed. Nobody out in the inning for Martin Prado. Prado, the Padres third baseman, hitting .286 with 2 home runs and 32 RBIs. Strom checks the runner, delivers to Prado. Gordon takes off for third base. He's in there safely. He's now a wild pitch away from scoring. 0-1 to count. Now 2-2 the count. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Prado's retired. 1 down the inning. Dee Gordon scores on the ground out. And the Padres lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. That brings Carlos Correa to the plate. The shortstop hitting .280 with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs. Strom delivers. Line shot to right center field. Albert Almora on his horse. He's able to make the running catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Jose Abreu to the plate. Abreu hitting .267 with 18 home runs and 60 RBIs. Strom delivers. Brady works a walk. He's on at first with 2 down for Byron Buxton. Buxton, the center fielder, hitting .235 with 12 home runs and 42 RBIs. Strom throws to first. Abreu back. Delivers to Buxton. Oh, Buxton hits it deep. All Moss can do is watch that one go. And the Padres take a 3-0 lead on the 2-run home run by Byron Buxton. That brings Alex Dickerson to the plate. Dickerson hitting .277 with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Line shot to left center field. Almora makes the catch. And that ends the inning. But the Padres score 3. They're up 3-0 here in Cincinnati after the top of the first. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. He'll be facing Matt Andriese. Andriese has an 8-6 record this season with a 3.52 ERA. Simmons pops it up in foul territory. Abreu sells underneath it, makes a catch. 1 down in the inning. Brings Mark Payton to the plate. Payton hitting .290 with 1 home run. Ground ball to second. Gordon up with it, throws to first. Payton's retired, 2 down. Brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez hitting .269 with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. Gonzalez works a walk. He'll be down at first base with 2 out in the inning for Heimer Candelario. Candelario hitting .257 with 15 home runs and 49 RBIs. Ground ball back up the middle. Ooh, shortstop ranges over to make the play. But Candelario is hustling down the line. He beats out an infield single. Runners at first and second, 2 down in the inning. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss hitting .232 with 10 home runs and 30 RBIs. Top ground ball down to second. Gordon up with it, throws to first. Moss is retired, and that ends the inning. The Reds fail to score here in the bottom of the first, and the Padres lead 3-0 after 1. Jarrett Parker steps to the plate. Parker hitting .257 with 16 home runs and 51 RBIs. Strom delivers. Strikes out Parker for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The catcher, Reese McGuire, steps in. McGuire hitting .322 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. Strom strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Matt Andriese. I'll look that up before I... Steps to the plate. He's hitting .265 with 3 RBIs on this season. Strom strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres fail to score here in the top of the second, but they still lead here in Cincinnati 3-0 after 1.5. Center fielder Albert Almora steps to the plate for the Reds. Almora hitting .231 with 3 home runs and 24 RBIs. Hot smash by the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Almora on at first base. That brings the catcher Carson Kelly to the plate. Let's see. McGuire's got a good arm. Good hold from the pitcher. Will play station to station. Kelly hitting .228 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Ground ball to second. And it's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 down. Brings Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies hitting .167 with an RBI on the season. Fly ball to left field. Dickerson settles underneath it, makes the catch. Albies is retired, and that ends the bottom of the second. After 2, the Padres lead here in Cincinnati 3-0. D. Gordon steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Strom strikes him out for the first out. 1 down. Martin Prado steps in. Prado 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out. Ground ball to first. Gonzalez up with it. Throws to Strom, who covers. Prado's retired, 2 down. Brings Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa 0 for 1. Softly hit ball to right field. Peyton's able to move in and make the catch. Uh-oh. Peyton hurt himself. Nice. Well, I guess we'll get Lewis Brinson into the game after all. He'll be playing right field. Alright. Matt Strom steps to the plate. He's 0 for the season. Ground ball to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Strom's retired, 1 down. Brings Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third base. Oh, but that gets away. Simmons moves up to second on the error. It's like Prado is going to be charged with a throwing error. Simmons on at second base, 1 out in the inning. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson hitting .263 with 15 home runs and 42 RBIs. He strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Simmons still in scoring position for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez drew a walk earlier today. But he strikes out here to end the inning. And after 3, the Padres lead the Reds 3-0. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. He drew a walk earlier today. High deep drive to left field. Abreu just took Strom deep. And the Padres lead 4-0 here in the top of the 4th. Buxton 1 for 1 on the day with a 2-run home run. Strom delivers. Hardick ground ball to first. Gonzalez up with it. Takes it to the bag himself. Buxton's retired, 1 down in the inning. Alex Dickerson steps up. 0 for 1 on the day. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Simmons moves in, makes the catch. 2 down. Brings Jarrett Parker to the plate. Parker 0 for 1. Ground ball to short. Ooh. Simmons makes a nice play just to nip Parker at first. And that retires the side. The Padres score a run. They increase their lead to 4. It's now 4-0 after 3.5. Heimer Candelario steps to plate. Candelario 1 for 1 today. He draws a walk here. He's on at first with nobody out in the inning for Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 1. Moss draws a walk. Now runners at first and second, nobody out for Albert Almora. Almora 1 for 1 today. Top ground ball to second. It goes 4 to 6 to 3, double play. Candelario moves up to third on the double play. 2 outs in the inning. Carson Kelly at the plate. Kelly 0 for 1. Strikes out here to end the inning. And after 4, the Padres lead the Reds 4-0 here in Cincinnati. Reese McGuire steps to the plate, the catcher 0 for 1. Ooh, line shot back up the middle. Albies makes a nice play out there to steal a base hit from McGuire. 1 down. The pitcher Andriese to the plate. Andriese 0 for 1. Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons snags it, but he has to put it in his pocket. Infield hit. Runner at first base. 1 down the inning. Let's see. Let's get Stumpf up. For D. Gordon. Gordon 1 for 2 today. Strom throws over. Checks the runner. Delivers to Gordon. Hard hit ground ball down the third base line. That's going to be a base hit for Gordon. He's into second easily with a double. The pitcher moves up to third base. Runners at second and third, 1 down the inning for Martin Prado. Prado 0 for 2 with an RBI. Line shot to right center field. That's going to get back to the wall. 2 runs are going to score on a double by Prado. And the Padres now lead at 6-0. Let's see. It's not very late in the game. I guess I'll go ahead and do a double switch. Maybe we can get a couple innings out of Stumpf. Alright, new pitcher for Reds, Daniel Stumpf. Stumpf 2-0 with a 2.22 ERA. He struck out 18 batters in 28 1/3 innings pitched. There's 1 down on the inning. Martin Prado out at second base. Carlos Correa at the plate. The shortstop Correa 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Correa's retired. 2 down the inning. Prado still at second base. Jose Abreu at the plate. Abreu 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. He draws another walk here. He's on at first base. Runners at first and second, 2 down for Byron Buxton. Buxton 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run. Stumpf delivers. Line shot to the left field corner. That's going to get in for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score on the play. And the Padres now lead 8-0 here in the top of the 5th. It's a thorough drubbing. Buxton at second, 2 down for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson 0 for 2. Stumpf delivers. Strikes out Dickerson to mercifully end the inning. But the Padres lead 8-0 after 4.5 here in Cincinnati. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 0 for 1. Oh, he gets plunked by the pitch. He's on at first base with nobody out for Oscar Hernandez. The catcher Hernandez hitting .262 with 8 home runs and 37 RBIs. Ooh, line shot to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Hernandez digging for second base. He's into second with a double. Nobody out in the inning. Runners at second and third for Andrelton Simmons. Uh-oh. Oh, no. My catcher's out. So much for double switching. Oh man, everybody's getting hurt. So I don't have anybody with catcher ability. This is gonna get ugly. Let's see, Almora's got some catcher ability. And that's about it. Peyton's out. I don't know how he's got catcher ability. He's left-handed. Maybe he played when he was in Little League. Well, I've got my jack of all trades here, Mike Freeman. So we'll let him play catcher, I guess. I don't have much choice. Okay, runners at second and third. Nobody out in the inning. Andrelton Simmons at the plate. Simmons 0 for 2. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Simmons. A run's going to score on the play. The Reds have their first run of the day. It's now 8-1, the Padre lead. Runners at first and third, nobody out for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third base. Oh, but he has to put it in his pocket. Prado doesn't have a play. Brinson's safe at first. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and the run scores. It's now 8-2, the Padres lead. Brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk. Top ground ball back to the mound. He throws to second to cut down the runner in a fielder's choice. One down the inning. Runners at first and third. Whoa, everybody's getting hurt. Runners at first and third. One down in the inning for Heimer Candelario. Candelario 1 for 1 with a walk. Hard hit ball to second. Gordon throws to first to retire Candelario. Runner scores from third on the play. It's now 8-3, the Padres lead. Gonzalez moves up to second base. 2 out in the inning. Brandon Moss at the plate. Moss 0 for 1 with a walk. Hard hit ball down to first, but Abreu makes a nice play down there to steal extra bases for Moss. That'll end the inning. And after 5, the Padres lead the Reds 8-3 here at Great American Ballpark. The right fielder Jarrett Parker steps to the plate. Parker 0 for 2. Line shot to center, base hit for Parker. He's on at first with nobody out for Reese McGuire. McGuire 0 for 2. Stump throws over. Checks the runner, delivers to McGuire. Hard shot down to third base. Candelario makes a nice play down there. One down in the inning. Parker still at first base. The pitcher at the plate, Andriese, 1 for 2 on the day. He gets the bunt down. Oh, they're able to cut down the lead runner going for the second. Candelario makes a nice play there. 2 down in the inning. Runner at first base for D. Gordon. Gordon 2 for 3 today. Stump throws over. Checks the runner. Ground ball to second base. Albies up with it. Throws to first. Gordon's retired. That ends the inning. The Padres have a base runner, but they fail to score here in the top of the 6th. But they still lead 8-3 after 5.5. The center fielder Albert Almora steps to the plate. Almora 1 for 2 today. Pop up in foul territory. First baseman Abreu puts it away for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Daniel. Oh, I guess I better get the bullpen up. I don't know. Should I just go ahead and let him pitch? How many pitches does he have? I'm really not into the game. He's already got 38 pitches. I guess I better get him out of there. Things have gone very negatively for me. I got somebody out of position playing catcher than when they shouldn't be. I guess we'll get Altavia some work here. I'm gonna leave Profar on the bench. I'll have Freese pinch hit, I guess. My bench is already wearing thin. The pinch hitter is David Freese. Freese hitting .240 with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. 1 out in the inning. Freese strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 0 for 1 with a walk. No, hit by pitch. Got hit by pitch. Line shot to left field. Base hit for Albies. He's digging for second base. He's in there safely with a double. Nice hit for Albies. He's now in scoring position for the catcher, Mike Freeman. Freeman hitting .346 with 4 RBIs. Looper to right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Albies rounding third, trying to score. He's in there safely. And the Reds cut the Padres lead to 4. It's now 8-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Freeman on at first base. Andrelton Simmons at the plate. Simmons 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Ground ball to short. They take the short route to second base. Freeman's retired. And that ends the inning. But the Reds score a run. They cut the lead to 4. It's 8-4 here in Cincinnati after 6. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 3-2 with a 4.3 ERA. He struck out 60 batters in 46 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Padres third baseman Martin Prado. Prado 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs today. Prado strikes out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Carlos Correa at the plate. Correa 0 for 3. Hard ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Correa is retired. 2 down in the inning. Brings Jose Abreu to the plate. Abreu 1 for 1 with a couple walks. Solo home run. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Abreu. He's on at first base with 2 down for Byron Buxton. Buxton 2 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Altavilla throws over to first. Abreu back. Delivers to Buxton. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to first. And Buxton is retired. The Padres fail to score here in the top of the 7th. But they lead the Reds 8-4 after 6.5. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. The right fielder is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Line shot to right field, base hit for Brinson. He's on at first base with nobody out in the inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 2 with a walk. Line shot to center field. Ooh, nice snag by Buxton. First out of the inning, Brinson still at first. Heimer Candelario steps to the plate. Candelario 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pop-up in foul territory. The catcher, McGuire, puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brandon Moss steps to the plate. Moss 0 for 2 with a walk. Top ground ball to second base. Gordon has to put it in his pocket, though. Moss hustling down the line, beats it out for an infield single. The Reds have runners at first and second with nobody out for Albert Almora. Let's see. Well, I didn't want to get anybody else in the game, but if I've got a chance to score. First and second for Almora. Almora 1 for 3 today. Ground ball through the right side of the infield. Base hit. Brinson trying to score. He rounds third. He slides in. Safely. Runners at first and second, 2 down. The Reds score a run. They cut the lead to 3. It's now 8-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh. If I pinch hit for Altavilla here, which if I want to try to win the game, probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but if I pinch hit, my bench is empty and I'm going to have to play pitchers in the outfield or infield. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate to pinch hit. Profar hitting 268 with 6 home runs and 34 RBIs. Slowly hit ground ball to short. Correa's up with it, throws to first. Profar's retired. And that ends the inning. The Reds score a run, they cut the lead to 3, but the Padres still lead 8-5 here in Cincinnati. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wahl. Wahl has a 5-3 record with a 3 ERA. He struck out 60 batters in 51 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Padres left fielder Alex Dickerson. Dickerson in 0 for 3 on the day. Pop up on the infield. Heimer Candelario settles underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. One down, Jarrett Parker steps to the plate. Parker 1 for 3. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The catcher, Reese McGuire, steps in. McGuire 0 for 3. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for McGuire. He's on at first base for the pinch hitter, Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli hitting .238 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Wahl throws over to first. McGuire back. He checks a runner, delivers to Cervelli. Line shot to center field. Amor is able to make the catch out there. The Padres strand a runner, and they fail to score here in the top of the 8th, but they lead the Reds 8-5 after 7.5. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He'll be facing Chris Davinsky. Davinsky strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Mike Freeman steps to the plate. Freeman 1 for 1 with an RBI. Pop up in foul territory on the left side of the infield. Prado's able to settle underneath to make the catch. 2 down the inning. Brings Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 1 for 4 today with an RBI. Simmons strikes out to end the inning. After 8, the Padres lead the Reds 8-5. D. Gordon steps to the plate. Gordon 2 for 4 today. Wahl strikes him out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Martin Prado steps in. Prado 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Line shot to left field, base hit for Prado. He's on at first base with 1 down the inning. Let's see. I hate to waste Edwin Diaz in this game, but I might not have a choice. 1 down, Carlos Correa steps to the plate. Correa 0 for 4 today. Wahl checks the runner, delivers to Correa. Line shot to short. Simmons makes a nice play out there. Catches on the fly. Correa's retired, 2 down. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. Abreu 2 for 2 today with a home run. Wahl throws to first. Prado back, checks the runner, delivers to Abreu, strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres have a base runner, but they fail to score here in the top of the 9th. They lead the Reds 8-5 after 8.5, though. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. The right fielder 2 for 3 with an RBI today. Looper to left field. Dickerson's able to make the play. 1 down the inning. Adrian Gonzalez steps to plate. Gonzalez 0 for 3 with a walk. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Robertson up with it, throws to first. Gonzalez is retired. 2 down. Heimer Candelario steps up. Candelario 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. High fly ball to center field. Buxton's able to make the catch. And that retires the Reds here in the bottom of the 9th. The Padres win 8-5 here today in the first game of the series. Oh, not a good game all around. I didn't think Strahm would be successful, although he was even worse than I expected him to be. Other than that, the bullpen pitched pretty well. We scored a few runs. I mean, we hadn't given up 8. 5's a pretty good number for us this year. Alright, so I've got to do some roster shakeups here. I'll send Strom back down to the minor leagues. We'll bring Clevenger back up. Hopefully we'll get Gray one more start down here. Hopefully he'll pitch well and we'll bring him back up. Put Clevenger back in the rotation. Alright, the bullpen's kind of tired here. Let's see, Edwin Diaz. Oh wait, I might want to go ahead and end today. Oh, I need to check and see. Hernandez is day-to-day, bruised foot for 1 week. Minimal influence on running. Peyton seems to be longer term. Oblique strain, he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's wonderful. Let's see. We'll place him on the 10-day DL. And on the bright side, I've got some people hitting down here. I could bring up Aaron Judge, or I could give Derek Fisher another shot. Fisher's been hitting very well lately. I think I might bring up Derek Fisher. I'll give Fisher a shot. At the very least, he's been hitting well. We might have to try to get him in the lineup. Alright, we'll finish today, see how worn out the bullpen is. Alright, Glover's ready, Holder's ready, Felipe Rivera's ready, Edwin Diaz is ready. Looks like we should be alright. Who's starting today? Daniel Norris. He's rested. So he should be able to go relatively deep into the game. Hopefully I haven't cursed him and by saying that. Alright, Tyler Duffy's pitching. I'm probably, since I just brought Derek Fisher up and he's been hitting well down in the minors, I think I'll try to get him into the game in right field. And I might even lead him off. We'll continue giving Jurickson and Profar some time off by playing Ozzie Albies. Maybe we can get Albies hitting a little bit. Fisher, Gonzalez, Brinson. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the San Diego Padres. Starting for the Reds today is Daniel Norris. Norris has an 8-9 record with a 3.07 ERA. He struck out 131 batters in 140 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Padres second baseman Dee Gordon. Dee Gordon hitting .297 with 2 home runs and 30 RBIs. Seeing eye single through the right side of the infield for Gordon to lead off. He's on at first with good speed with Martin Prado at the plate. Prado, the Padres third baseman, hitting .288 with 2 home runs and 35 RBIs. Norris pitches out. Gordon not going anywhere. Checks the runner Gordon, delivers to Prado at the plate. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Prado's retired. Gordon moves up to second base. He's probably going to try to move to third base here. Runner at second base, the shortstop Carlos Correa steps in. Correa hitting .277 with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs. Norris checks the runner Gordon, delivers to Correa. Gordon taking off for third base. Oh. Hernandez tries to cut him down, throws the ball into left field. D. Gordon's able to score from third base. And the Padres lead 1-0. 3-1 the count to Correa. Line shot to right field. Fisher's able to make a nice play out there, though. For the second out of the inning. Oh, man. Everybody's getting hurt. They're scaring me here. 2 down in the inning. Jose Abreu steps up. The Padres' first baseman hitting .269 with 19 home runs and 61 RBIs. Norris delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Abreu's retired. And that ends the top of the first. The Padres take the lead 1-0 here after a half an inning. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. Fisher hitting .100 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. He'll be facing the Padres pitcher Tyler Duffy. Ground ball down to first base. Abreu up with it, takes to the bag himself. 1 down. Duffy has a 6-7 record with a 4.36 ERA. He struck out 101 batters in 130 innings pitched. Another ground ball down to first. Abreu up with it, takes it to first himself. Brentz is retired. 2 down in the inning. Brings the first baseman Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Gonzalez hitting .266 with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. Hard hit ball past the second baseman into right center field for a base hit. Gonzalez on at first base with 2 out in the inning for Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez, the catcher, hitting .266 with 8 home runs and 37 RBIs. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Hernandez. Gonzalez makes his way to third base on the play. Runners at first and third, 2 down for Heimer Candelario. Candelario, the Reds' third baseman, hitting .257 with 15 home runs and 50 RBIs. Duffy delivers. Ground ball through the right side of the infield, base hit for Candelario. Gonzalez is going to score on the play. Hernandez moves up to third base. Runners at first and third for Brandon Moss. The Reds tie the game 1-1. Moss, the left fielder, hitting .234 with 10 home runs and 30 RBIs. Candelario at first. Hernandez at third. 2 down. Duffy delivers. Ooh, line shot to right center field. Oh, but Buxton's able to make a very nice play out there to steal extra bases for Moss and a potential RBI. That ends the inning, but the Reds score a run to tie it up. It's now 1-1 after 1 here in Cincinnati. The Padres center fielder Byron Buxton steps to play. Buxton hitting .238 with 13 home runs and 46 RBIs. Norris delivers. Fly ball to center field. Brinson Sells underneath it, makes the catch. 1 down in the inning. Brings the left fielder Alex Dickerson to the plate. Dickerson hitting .270 with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Norris delivers, strikes out Dickerson for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The right fielder Jarrett Parker steps to the plate. Parker hitting .257 with 16 home runs and 51 RBIs. Norris delivers. Fly ball to left center field. Brinson ranges over to make the catch. And that'll end the inning. The Padres go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. And the score is tied after 1.5, 1-1. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. The Reds shortstop hitting .220 with 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. Duffy delivers. Ground ball back up the middle, base hit for Simmons. He's on at first base with nobody out in the inning for Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting 190 with an RBI on the season. I'm going to hit and run here. Oh, pop up on the infield. Shortstop Correa. Oh! Makes an error. He drops that ball. All hands are safe. Simmons moves up to second base. Albies at first. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for the pitcher, Daniel Norris. Norris not a particularly good bunter here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and let him swing away. Ground ball to short. Albies makes a nice base running play there to break up the double play. The Reds have runners at first and third with one out in the inning for Derek Fisher. Fisher 0 for 1. Ground ball back up the middle, base hit for Fisher. Simmons is able to score from third base. The pitcher, Norris, is able to move up to third. Runners at first and third, one down for Lewis Brinson. The Reds now have the lead 2-1. Brinson 0 for 1. High deep drive to left center field. Oh, I don't think that one's coming back. Brinson just took Duffy deep. And the Reds now lead at 5-1. Excuse me for a second here. Alright, 5-1 lead. One out in the inning. Adrian Gonzalez steps to the plate. The first baseman 1 for 1 today. Duffy delivers. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Gonzalez. He's on at first with one down in the inning for Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1 today. Duffy delivers. High deep drive to left center field. I think Hernandez got all of that one. That one's not coming back either. The Reds' second home run of the inning, and they now take a 7-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. That brings Heimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 1 for 1 today with an RBI. New pitcher for the Padres, Jose Barrios. Barrios has a 2-5 record with a 6.02 ERA. Ground ball to short. Correa up with it, throws to first. Candelario is retired. 2 down in the inning for Brandon Moss. Moss 0 for 1. Hard ground ball to second. Gordon up with it, throws to first. Moss is retired. That ends the inning, but the Reds score 6 here in the bottom of the second. They take the lead 7-1 over the Padres. Catcher Reese McGuire steps to the plate. McGuire hitting .317 with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. Norris delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. McGuire's retired, 1 down. That brings the pitcher Jose Barrios to the plate. Barrios 0 for the season. Ground ball to second base. Albies up with it, throws to first. Barrios is retired, 2 down. Brings D. Gordon to the plate. Gordon 1 for 1. Line shot to the right field corner. That's going to get down for a base hit. Fisher up with it, throws into second base, but Gordon's in there easily with a double. He's now in scoring position with 2 outs for Martin Prado. Prado 0 for 1. Norris checks the runner. Gordon delivers to Prado. Strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres threaten here in the top of the third, but they fail to score. And the Reds lead 7-1 after 2.5. Shortstop Andrelton Simmons checks in. He's 1 for 1. Hard ground ball down to first. Abreu up with it, takes to the bag himself. Simmons is retired, 1 down. That brings Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies 0 for 1. He draws a walk here. He's on at first with 1 out for Daniel Norris. Norris gets a bunt down. Only plays to first base. They throw to first. Norris is retired. Albies now in scoring position for the right fielder Derek Fisher. Fisher 1 for 2 with an RBI. Looper to right field. Parker's able to make the catch out there. That retires the side. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the third, but they fail to score. They still lead 7-1 after 3. The shortstop Carlos Correa steps to the plate. Correa 0 for 1 today. Norris delivers. Correa works a walk. He's on at first base with nobody out in the inning for Jose Abreu. The Padres' first baseman 0 for 1 today. Throw down to first. Correa back. Nobody out. 1-2 the count. Ground ball to second base. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Albies to Simmons to Gonzalez. 2 down the inning. That brings Byron Buxton to the plate. The Padres center fielder 0 for 1. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, but he has to put it in his pocket. Buxton's on with an infield single. He's on at first with 2 down for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson 0 for 1. Norris delivers. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws to first. And Dickerson's retired. That ends the top of the fourth. The Padres have a base runner, but they fail to score. And the Reds lead them 7-1 after 3.5. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 1 for 2 with a 3-run home run. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps in. Gonzalez 2 for 2. Looper to right field. Ooh. Parker makes a nice play out there to steal a base hit from Gonzalez. 2 down the inning. That brings Oscar Hernandez to the plate. Hernandez 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run. Top ground ball down to first. Abreu up with it. Tosses to Berrios, who covers, and Hernandez is retired. The Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fourth, but they lead the Padres 7-1. Right fielder Jarrett Parker steps up. Parker 0 for 1. Norris delivers. Strikes out Parker for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Reese McGuire steps in. The Padres catcher 0 for 1. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The pitcher Jose Berrios steps up. Berrios 0 for 1. Norris strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fifth. And the Reds lead them 7-1 after 4.5. Third baseman Heimer Candelario steps in. Candelario 1 for 2. Looper to center field. Buxton's able to make a nice play out there for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss 0 for 2 today. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The shortstop Andrelton Simmons steps up. Simmons 1 for 2. He draws a walk here for the... He'll be on first base with 2 outs in the inning for Ozzie Albies. Albies 0 for 1. They put the hit and run on for Albies. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Berrios up with it, throws to first. Albies is retired. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the fifth. They have a base runner, but they fail to score. They lead the Padres 7-1 after 5. D. Gordon steps to the plate. Gordon a perfect 2 for 2 today. Norris delivers. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Gordon hustling down the line, though. He gets an infield single, beating out the throw by Norris to first. He's on at first with good speed with nobody out for Martin Prado. The Padres' third baseman 0 for 2. It's a wild one. Gordon moves up to second base on it. Runner at second, nobody out. 3-1 to count. Line shot back up the middle. Albies gets it on a bounce, throws to first. Prado's retired. 1 down. Gordon moves up to third base. Carlos Correa steps in. Correa 0 for 1 with a walk. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. Abreu 0 for 2. Gordon still down at third base. Looper to left field. That might fall in for a base. Oh, no! Moss makes a nice play out there to steal an RBI single from Abreu. And the Padres go down here in the top of the 6th. They strand a runner. And after 5.5, the Reds lead the Padres 7-1. Norris steps to the plate. He's hitting... Oh, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. Fisher 1 for 3. Fisher strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 1 for 3 with a 3-run home run. Hard hit ball past the shortstop into left center field for a base hit. Brinson's on at first with 2 down in the inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 2 for 3. Hard hit ball to center. Buxton's able to make a nice play out there, though. Makes the catch, puts Gonzalez away, and the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. They strand a runner, but they lead the Padres 7-1. Let's see. Norris has 94 pitches. He's into his 7th inning of work. We'll get the bullpen up. Oh, hey, Bull League. Yeah, it's a drafted Reds team. Byron Buxton steps to the plate. Buxton 1 for 2 today. Norris into his 7th inning of work. Probably getting a little bit tired here. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez up with it, throws to first. But Buxton was hustling down the line, beats out an infield single. He's on at first with good speed for Alex Dickerson. The Padres left fielder 0 for 2 today. Norris throws over to first, Buxton back. High fly ball to left field. Ooh, Moss makes a nice play out there. For the first out of the inning, Buxton's still at first base. That brings Jarrett Parker to the plate. Parker 0 for 2. Norris throws to first. Checks the runner, delivers. High deep drive to center field. That's going to get in there for a base hit. Brinson gets the ball back in the infield, but not before Parker makes his way to second base. Buxton scores on the play. And the Padres cut the lead to 5. It's now 7-2 here in the top of the 7th. Let's see, one more left-handed batter. I think I'll let this will be Norris's last batter of the game. Parker out at second base. Catcher Reese McGuire steps in. McGuire 0 for 2. Norris checks runner, delivers to McGuire. Line shot to right center field. Base hit for McGuire. Parker scores on the play. And the Padres cut the lead to 4. It's now 7-3. Alright, Holder's ready. I'll do a double switch here. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder has a 4-2 record with a 2.3 ERA. He struck out 56 batters in 54 and 2/3 innings pitched. Also taking over first base for the Reds, David Freese. Runner at first base, 1 down. Pinch hitter Alan Hansen at the plate. Hansen hitting .228 with 7 home runs and 25 RBIs. Holder checks the runner, delivers to Hansen. Line shot to left field, base hit. Runners at first and second, one down for D. Gordon. Gordon a perfect 3 for 3 on the day. Holder checks the runners, delivers to Gordon. Ground ball to second. Albies cuts down the runner going to second. He'll be retired on the fielder's choice. Runners at first and third, 2 down for Martin Prado. Prado 0 for 3. Holder checks the runners, delivers to Prado. Strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres score 2, though. They cut the Reds' lead to 4. It's now 7-3 after 6.5. The catcher Oscar Hernandez steps to the plate. Hernandez 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run. He'll be facing the new Padres pitcher Trevor Hildenberger. Hildenberger has a 2-7 record on the season with a 5.59 ERA. Line shot down to third base. Prado makes the play. 1 down. Brings Heimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 1 for 3 today. Strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss 0 for 3. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. But they still lead 7-3 after 7 here at Great American Ballpark. Let's see, Holder only has 10 pitches. I'm going to see if I can get him through this inning. I suppose I ought to get the lefty up, just in case we get into trouble. Carlos Correa steps to the plate. The Padres shortstop 0 for 2 today. Holder delivers. Fly ball to right field. Fisher sells underneath and make a catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The Padres first baseman Jose Abreu steps up. Abreu 0 for 3. Holder delivers. Uh-oh. Line shot to center field. That gets down for a base hit. Abreu digging for second base. Brinson gets it back into the infield, but not before Abreu coasts into second with a double. He's now at second base with 1 out in the inning for Byron Buxton. Buxton 2 for 3 on the day. Holder checks the runner. Abreu delivers to Buxton. Ground ball to second base. Albies up with it, throws to first. Buxton's retired. And they're now 2 down in the inning. Let's see. I think I can get Rivero into the game. Alright, Rivero's ready. It's hey Bull League, it's a drafted team. So it's the 2017 season, but I drafted the team. All these teams are drafted. So the Padres team is drafted, the Reds team is drafted. I don't think I have any actual Reds players on the team this year. So it's all made up of. Yeah, I don't think there are any actual Reds players on the team. But I just tried to take the best player that was available at the time that didn't have a... I usually pick younger players that aren't established, so that... I picked the younger players that aren't established so I don't have any big contracts. Although I did pick like Adrian Gonzalez. He's got a contract. He's making $14 million. Let's see. Where are we in the... Moss is in left field. I think I'll do a double switch here. We'll get Rivero into the game. And then Albert Almora can come in and play center. We'll put Derek Fisher on left, and Lewis Brinson can play right. New pitcher for the Reds, Felipe Rivero. Rivero has a 3-1 record on the season with a 1.64 ERA. He struck out 57 batters in 49 1/3 innings pitched. Taking over in center field for the Reds, Albert Almora. Lewis Brinson shifts to right. Derek Fisher shifts over to left field. Alex Dickerson at the plate. The Padres left fielder 0 for 3 today. Rivero checks the runner, delivers to Dickerson. Strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres threaten here in the top of the 8th, but they fail to score. The Reds still lead 7-3 after 7.5. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons 1 for 2 today. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies 0 for 2. Hard hit ball through the left side of the infield. Base hit for Albies. He's on at first base with 1 out for David Freese. Freese hitting .239 on the season with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Line shot past the first baseman into right field. Base hit for Freese. Albies is able to move up to third on the play. Runners at first and third, 1 down for Derek Fisher. Fisher 1 for 4 today with an RBI. High deep drive to left field. That might be deep enough to score the runner Albies from third. He tags up. He's in. And the Reds increase their lead to 5. They now lead 8-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner at first base, 2 down. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 2 for 4 today with 3-run home run. Oh, he strikes out here to end the inning. But the Reds score a run here in the bottom of the 8th. They increase their lead to 5. It's now 8-3 after 8. I guess I can get the closer up just in case. The Padres right fielder Jared Parker steps to plate. Parker 1 for 3 today. Rivero delivers. Strikes out Parker for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Reese McGuire steps to the plate. McGuire 1 for 3. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Rivero jumps off the mound to field it, throws to first. McGuire's retired, and that brings the pinch hitter Francisco Cervelli to the plate. Cervelli hitting .237 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Rivero delivers. Oh, Cervelli works a walk. He's on at first base with 2 down for D. Gordon. Gordon 3 for 4 today. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario takes the short route to second, cuts down the lead runner, and that ends the game. The Reds win here 8-3 over the Padres. Oh, it's the first time I've scored 6 runs in an inning. I haven't been scoring many runs, I have to admit that. Alright. Esperanza. How was he pitching this year? Actually, not bad. Thank you. I think we're in first place at the moment. The team is like close to last in the league in scoring, though. I'm winning it. When I'm winning, it's with pitching and defense. Looks like everybody in the starting rotation here is pretty good. I guess I'll just put him in long relief. See, if you see run scored. Okay, I might have to check it out. Do you play with all fictional players? But I'm 14th in the NL in runs scored, even though I do have a first place team. So I've been doing it all with pitching and defense. I've really been trying to increase my offense. It's just not been working. Check out my pitching staff. Someone suggested that if I was going to run a drafted league, I should probably use fictional players. I might have to try that. I mean, it's not like I have anything against the Reds this year. I just kind of like setting up my team the way I like it set up. The big thing I try to get out of is the contracts. That makes it kind of difficult to make moves. Although it's easier this year with 2018, with Out of the Park Baseball 18, since they let you retain salary in the trades. That was a nice improvement I think they made. Let's see. I don't know who's ready to make a start. I guess Pettit is. Skaggs can make the start. Bullpen looks like it's ready. I'll go ahead and play this game. Okay, left-handed pitching, Blake Snell. I'm going to get Simmons up at the top of the lineup. I'm hoping if I get him more at-bats, he might break out his funk he's in. Brinson, Freeze, Almora. Thank you. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Padres are going to be facing the Cincinnati Reds, or the Reds are hosting the San Diego Padres. Starting today for the Reds, Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs has a 7-4 record with a 2.81 ERA. He struck out 100 batters in 128 in the third innings pitched. He'll be facing Dee Gordon, the Padres' second baseman, hitting .300 with 2 home runs and 30 RBIs. Gordon works a walk. He's on at first base with nobody out, with good speed for Martin Prado. Prado, the Padres' third baseman, hitting .285 with 2 home runs and 35 RBIs. Skaggs throws to first. Gordon back. They pitch out. Gordon isn't going anywhere. He delivers to Prado, 3-2 the count. Line shot to left field that falls in for a base hit. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Carlos Correa. Correa hitting .275 with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs. First and second, nobody out. Skaggs delivers. Line shot to the left field corner. That gets down for a base hit. Correa into second base. Gordon scores. Runners at second and third. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead here in Great American Ballpark in the top of the first. Still nobody out in the inning. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. Abreu hitting .269 with 19 home runs and 61 RBIs. Skaggs strikes him out here for the first out of the inning. 2 down. Byron Buxton steps to the plate. The Padres center fielder hitting .240 with 13 home runs and 46 RBIs. Ground ball down to first. Freeze up with it, takes it to the bag himself. Buxton's retired. The runners have to stay put. 2 down. Runners at second and third for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson hitting .264 with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. Line shot to center field. Ooh! Albert Almora makes a nice catch out there. That steals a base hit from Dickerson and possibly 2 RBIs. That ends the inning. The Padres score a run, though. They're up 1-0 after the top of the first. Shortstop Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons hitting .221 with 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. He'll be facing Blake Snell. Snell's 6-8 on the season with a 4.83 ERA. Hot ground ball down the third base line. Base hit for Simmons. He's digging for second base. He's into second with a double. He's in scoring position with nobody out for Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .267 this season with 6 home runs and 34 RBIs. Snell delivers. Line shot down the third base. Prado makes a nice play. Throws to try to pick Simmons off at second base for the double play. But Simmons gets back in time. 1 down, runner at second base for Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .267 with 16 home runs and 46 RBIs. Ground ball down to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Brinson's retired. Simmons moves up to third base. He's down there for David Freese, the first baseman, hitting .242 with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. 2 down, Snell delivers. Freese strikes out to end the inning. The Reds threatened, but they failed to score here in the bottom of the first. And the Padres lead 1-0 after 1. Cesar Puello, the right fielder, steps to the plate. Puello hitting .175 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Puello's retired, 1 down. Brings Francisco Cervelli to the plate. Cervelli hitting .237 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws to first. Cervelli's retired, 2 down. Brings Blake Snell to the plate. Snell hitting .185 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, throws to first. Snell's retired, and that ends the inning. The Padres fail to score here in the top of the second, but they lead 1-0 here at Great American Ballpark after 1.5. Heimer Candelario steps to the plate. The Reds' third baseman hitting .257 with 15 home runs and 51 RBIs. Ground ball down to first. Abreu up with it. Takes to the bag himself. Candelario's retired. Albert Almora steps up. The center fielder hitting .235 with 3 home runs and 25 RBIs. Ground ball down to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Almora's retired, 2 down. Brings Oscar Hernandez to the plate. The catcher hitting .270 with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Line shot to right center field. That's going to get back to the wall. Hernandez digging for second base. He's in safely with a double. He's in scoring position with 2 outs for Brandon Moss. Oh no. And Hernandez is out on the play. He injured his hip. Oh. I guess I could have pinch run there. I just don't want to waste any more on my bench. Brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss hitting .229 with 10 home runs and 30 RBIs. Pinch runner Carson Kelly out at second base with 2 outs. Snell delivers. Strikes out Moss to end the inning. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the second, but they fail to score. And the Padres lead 1-0 after 2. D. Gordon steps to the plate. He drew a walk in the first inning. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Gordon. He's on at first base with good speed. Nobody out in the inning. Skaggs throws over to first. Gordon back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Martin Prado at the plate. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Skaggs up with it. Throws to first. Prado's retired. Gordon moves up to second base. He's now in scoring position for Carlos Correa. Correa 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Skaggs strikes him out here, though, for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. Abreu 0 for 1. Gordon still out at second. High deep drive to left field. Moss moving over. Ooh. Makes the catch deep in left field on the track. Long loud out for Abreu. And the Padres fail to score here in the top of the third. They lead 1-0 though after 2.5. Tyler Skaggs steps to the plate. Skaggs hitting .211 with 2 RBIs on the season. Line shot to right center field. That gets down for a double for Skaggs. He's into second base. In scoring position with nobody out in the inning. For Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 1 for 1. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Jurickson Profar. Profar 0 for 1 today. Ground ball down to first base. Abreu up with it, takes to the bag himself. Profar's retired, but the runners are moved up to second and third. They're both in scoring position for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 1 on the day. Snell delivers. Oh, strikes out Brinson for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brings David Freese to the plate. Freese 0 for 1. Oh, and Snell strikes him out to end the threat. Oh, Reds have 2 runners in scoring position, but they fail to score here in the bottom of the third, and the Padres still lead them 1-0. Byron Buxton steps to the plate. Buxton 0 for 1. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it, throws to first. Buxton's retired, 1 down. Alex Dickerson steps to the plate. Dickerson 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it. Dickerson's retired, 2 down. Brings Cesar Puello to the plate. Puello 0 for 1. And Skaggs strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth, but they still lead the Reds 1-0 after 3.5. Heimer Candelario steps to the plate. Candelario 0 for 1 today. Oh, Snell plunks him. He walks down to first base. Nobody out in the inning. Albert Almora at the plate. The Red center fielder 0 for 1 today. Almora draws a walk. I'm guessing Snell doesn't have very good control if he's walking Albert Almora and Andrelton Simmons. Nobody out in the inning. Runners at first and second. Carson Kelly at the plate. The Reds catcher hitting .226 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Pop up on the infield. Abreu sells underneath it, makes the catch. 1 down. Brings Brandon Moss to the plate. Moss 0 for 1. High fly ball to center field. Buxton sells underneath it, makes the catch. That's 2 down in the inning. Brings Tyler Skaggs to the plate. Skaggs 1 for 1 today with a double. Ground ball to second. Gordon up with it, throws to first. Skaggs is retired. And that ends the threat. The Reds strand 2 more runners here in the bottom of the fourth, and the Padres lead them 1-0. Francisco Cervelli steps to the plate. The Padres catcher 0 for 1. Skaggs strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Blake Snell steps to the plate. Snell 0 for 1. Skaggs delivers. Ooh, ground ball down the first base line. Snell digging for second base. And he's in there safely with a double. I guess tit for tat. Snell got a double and after Skaggs did. He's on in scoring position with 1 out in the inning for Dee Gordon. Gordon 1 for 1 on the day. Skaggs delivers. High deep drive to right center field. Oh, and Gordon took Skaggs deep. That's a 2-run home run. The Padres take the lead 3-0 here in the top of the fifth. Brings Martin Prado to the plate. Prado 1 for 2 today. Ground ball down to first, but Gonzalez boots it. Oh, that's Freese. I'm sorry, Freese boots it. Freese is even better defender than Gonzalez. Prado's on at first in the air. Still only one out in the inning. That brings Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa 1 for 2 with an RBI. Skaggs throws over to first. Prado back. Checks the runner, delivers to Correa. Line shot to left field. Ooh. Moss makes a nice play over there in foul territory. 2 down the inning. Brings Jose Abreu to the plate. Abreu 0 for 2. Prado at first. Hard hit ball through the left side of the infield. Base hit for Abreu. Runners at first and second for Byron Buxton. Oh, I think Skaggs might be losing it here. Two down, runners at first and second for Byron Buxton. Buxton 0 for 2 on the day. Skaggs delivers. Oh, high deep drive to left field. I think I got it too late. Buxton takes Skaggs deep for a 3-run home run. And the Padres go up 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. Oh, man. Alex Dickerson steps to the plate. The Padres left fielder 0 for 2. Skaggs delivers. Weak pop-up in foul territory. Heimer Candelario settles underneath and makes the catch. And mercifully, that ends the top of the 5th. The Padres score 5 runs. They go up 6-0 here in Cincinnati. Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. The Reds shortstop 1 for 1 on the day. Snell delivers. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Simmons. He's on at first with nobody out in the inning for Jerks and Profar. Profar 0 for 2 today. Pop up on the infield. The shortstop Correa settles underneath it to make the catch. 1 down. Brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 2. Ground ball down to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Brinson's retired. Simmons moves up to second base on the plate. 2 down. David Freese at the plate. Freese 0 for 2. Line shot to short. Correa makes a nice play out there. Steals a base hit from Freese. And the side's retired. The Reds fail to score here in the bottom of the 5th, and they trail the Padres 6-0. Alright. I guess I'll make a double switch here. Hopefully I can get a few innings out of Stumpf here. Stumpf in the pitch. We'll move Gonzalez to first base. New pitcher for the Reds, Daniel Stumpf. Stumpf has a 2-0 record on the season with a 2.4 ERA. He struck out 19 batters in 30 innings pitched. Taking over at first base is Adrian Gonzalez. Cesar Puello steps up to the plate. Puello 0 for 2. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Puello. He's on at first base with good speed. Nobody out in the inning for Francisco Cervelli. I don't think they're going to be trying to steal on me 6-0. Cervelli with a fly ball to left field. Moss sells underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Blake Snell at the plate. Snell strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Puello's still at first base. D. Gordon steps in. Gordon a perfect 2 for 2 on the day with a 2-run home run. Stumpf delivers. Strikes out Gordon for the last out of the top of the 6th. The Padres strand a runner. They fail to score, but they lead 6-0 after 5.5. Heimer Candelario steps to plate. Candelario 0 for 1 today. Fly ball to center. Buxton sells underneath it, makes the catch. For the first out of the inning, 1 down. Albert Almora steps to plate. Almora 0 for 1. Line shot to right field. Puello barely has to move to pull that one in. 2 down. Brings Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly 0 for 1. Fly ball to left field. Dickerson sells underneath it, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. The Reds go down here 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th, and they still trail the Padres 6-0. The third baseman, Martin Prado, steps in. Prado 1 for 3. Stump into his second inning of work. Delivers. Line shot to second baseman Jurickson Profar. He picks it off for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The shortstop Carlos Correa steps in. Correa 1 for 3. Stump delivers. Oh. Hard hit ball past the shortstop into left center field for a base hit. Correa on at first base with 1 down in the inning for Jose Abreu. I guess I better get somebody else up in the bullpen. Glover hasn't pitched in a while. Runner at first base, 1 down. Jose Abreu at the plate. Ooh, Sub strikes out Abreu for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Byron Buxton steps in. Buxton 1 for 3 with a 3-run home run. It's a wild one. Correa moves up to second base on the wild pitch. 2 down, he's in scoring position for Buxton. High deep drive to right field. But Brinson's able to sell underneath it to make the catch. That ends the inning. The Padres threaten here in the top of the 7th, but they fail to score. They do lead the Reds 6-0 after 6.5 though. Brandon Moss at the plate. Moss 0 for 2 on the day. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. Brings Adrian Gonzalez in. Gonzalez with a looper to left field. Dickerson's able to put it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Andrelton Simmons steps in. Let's see. I think I'm going to get Dakota Glover into the game while he's ready. Simmons a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Snell delivers. Ground ball to short. Correa up with it. Throws to first. Simmons is retired. And that ends the bottom of the 7th. The Reds go down 1-2-3, and they still trail the Padres 6-0. Padres left fielder Alex Dickerson steps in. Dickerson 0 for 3. New pitcher for the Reds, Dakota Glover. Glover has a 1-0 record on the season with a 3.6 ERA. Deep drive to right field. Dickerson welcomes Glover to the game with a solo home run. And that puts the Padres up 7-0 here in the top of the 8th. Brings Cesar Puello to the plate. Puello 1 for 3. Ground ball to third base. Candelario up with it. Throws to first. Puello's retired. For the first out of the inning, 1 down. Francisco Cervelli steps in. Cervelli 0 for 3. Glover delivers. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Simmons sells underneath it to make the catch. 2 down. Blake Snell steps in. Snell 1 for 3 with a double. Glover strikes him out here to end the inning. The Padres score a run on a solo home run. They now lead the Reds 7-0 after 7.5. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. The second baseman 0 for 3 today. Ground ball to second. Gordon up with it, throws to first. Profar's retired, 1 down. Brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 3. Brinson strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm going to have to blow somebody else. We'll let Derek Fisher pinch hit here. Derek Fisher, the pinch hitter. He's hitting 118 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Weak pop. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Looks like an infield single for Fisher, though. He's on at first base with decent speed for Jeimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 2 today. Oh, but O'Day strikes him out for the last out at the bottom of the 8th. The Reds have a base runner, but they strand him, and after 8, the Padres lead 7-0 here in Cincinnati. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 3-2 on the season with a 4.21 ERA. He struck out 61 batters in 47 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Padres second baseman Dee Gordon. Gordon 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run today. Altavilla delivers. Strikes out Gordon for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Martino Prado steps in. Third baseman 1 for 4. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, throws to first. Prado's retired, 2 down. Carlos Correa steps in. Correa 2 for 4 with an RBI. Line shot to left field, base hit for Correa. He's on at first with 2 down for Jose Abreu. Abreu 1 for 4. It's a wild one. Correa moves up to second base on it. He's now in scoring position with a 3-2 count with Jose Abreu at the plate. Ground ball down to third base. Candelario up with it, but he has to put it in his pocket. No play anywhere. Runners at first and third. 2 down the inning for Byron Buxton. Let's see. I'm going to visit the mound. He's not even close to being tired. First and third, 2 down. Byron Buxton at the plate. Altavilla delivers. Line shot to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's a triple for Buxton. 2 runs are going to score on the play. And the Padres now lead at 9-0 here in the top of the 9th. I didn't expect that to happen. That brings Alex Dickerson to play. Dickerson 1 for 4 with a solo home run. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Dickerson. They do even more damage here in the top of the 9th. It's now 10-0. Cesar Puello steps in. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Altavilla mercifully strikes him out to end the inning. The Padres score 3, though. They increase their lead to 10. They now lead the Reds 10-0 after 8.5. Albert Almora steps to the plate. Almora 0 for 2 on the day. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. Kelly 0 for 2. Kelly strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brandon Moss steps to the plate. Moss 0 for 3. Ground ball to second. Gordon comes up with it, but Moss was hustling down the line to beat it out for an infield single. No throw by Gordon. He's down at first. Moss is now down at first base with 2 outs for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for 1. Ground ball down to first. Abreu picks it up, takes it to the bag himself, and the Reds are thoroughly drubbed here today. 10-0 by the Padres. Oh, ugly all around. I was not expecting Altavilla to get eaten up that badly. No offense, no pitching. I guess the defense might have been alright. Well, let's see if the pitching staff is in decent shape. Clevenger's ready to start today. I've got enough relief pitchers to cover today. Lots of people in slumps, lots of people in day-to-day injuries. It's not looking good for me right at the moment. I'm going to check and see who's in the worst slump. Oops. Either Fisher or Moss. Fisher's actually gotten some hits. His batting average is terrible. That was mainly from when he was playing earlier. Oops. Oh, wait. And then where's Moss? Moss was 1 for 4. He's been pretty terrible, though. I'll get Fisher in just because he's the one with more of a future, I guess. Get him some more playing time. How did Simmons play? Simmons has actually been hitting quite a bit better lately. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the San Diego Padres. Starting today for the Reds, Mike Clevinger. Clevinger has a 9-9 record with a 3.84 ERA. He struck out 96 batters in 122 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Padres second baseman Dee Gordon. Dee Gordon hitting .302 on the season with 3 home runs and 32 RBIs. Line shot to right field that gets over the right fielder's head for a base hit. Gordon hustling into third base with a triple. Gordon's been killing us this series. He's now in scoring position for Martin Prado with nobody out in the inning. Prado, the Padres third baseman, hitting .283 with 2 home runs and 35 RBIs. Fly ball to left field. That's probably not deep enough to score. Well, Fisher dropped it anyway. Foul ball. Fisher dropped it. Gordon's still alive at third base. Or Prado's still alive at the plate. Gordon's still at third base. 3-2 the count. In a little trouble here. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez up with it. Takes it to the bag. Prado's retired. The runner Gordon scores from third. It's now 1-0 San Diego here in the top of the first. Carlos Correa steps to the plate. Correa hitting .279 with 17 home runs and 64 RBIs. Clevinger delivers. Line shot to right field. Brinson makes the catch out there for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings Jose Abreu to the plate. Abreu hitting .271 with 19 home runs and 61 RBIs. High deep drive to left field. I think he got all of that one. Man, that was a clothesline. Abreu with his 20th home run of the season. And the Padres lead the Reds 2-0 here in the top of the first. That brings Alex Dickerson to the plate. The Padres left fielder hitting .268 with 6 home runs and 18 RBIs. Clevinger delivers. High fly ball to left. Fisher sells underneath it, makes the catch. And that ends the inning. The Padres score 2, and they lead by 2 here in the top of the first. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. The Red second baseman hitting .264, 6 home runs and 34 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with nobody out for Lewis Brinson. Brinson, the right fielder, hitting .264 with 16 home runs and 46 RBIs. Pop up in foul territory. McGuire's underneath it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Adrian Gonzalez steps in. Gonzalez hitting .267 with 19 home runs and 52 RBIs. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Gonzalez. The runner Profar moves up to second base. Runners at first and second. 1 down for Heimer Candelario. Candelario hitting .255 with 15 home runs and 51 RBIs. High deep drive to left field. Dickerson's able to put it away on the track though. For the second out of the inning, 2 down. Albert Almora steps to the plate. Almora hitting .233 with 3 home runs and 25 RBIs. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Eickhoff off the mound to field it. Throws to first. Almora's retired. And that ends the inning and the threat. The Reds strand 2 runners here in the bottom of the first, and they trail the Padres 2-0 after 1. Right fielder Jarrett Parker steps to the plate. Parker hitting .257 with 6 home runs and 52 RBIs. Clevenger delivers. Strikes out Parker for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Jaron Kendall steps to the plate. Kendall, the Padres center fielder, hitting .152. Kendall strikes out here for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oh, more injuries. I always love it when my pitchers get injured. Well, I guess we'll get Bobby Wall into the game. I don't know I have much choice. Oh. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall with a 5-3 record and a 2.89 ERA. He struck out 63 batters in 53 innings pitched. He'll be facing Reese McGuire, the Padres catcher, hitting .313 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons up with it at short. Throws to first. McGuire's retired. And that ends the inning. The Padres lead 2-0 after 1.5. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. The Reds left fielder hitting .143 with a home run and 5 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with nobody out in the inning for Carson Kelly. Kelly hitting .223 with 4 home runs and 24 RBIs. Ground ball to short. And it's a 6-4-3 double play. 2 down now for Andrelton Simmons. Simmons hitting .225 with 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. Ground ball down to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Simmons is retired. And the Reds go down in the second. The Padres lead 2-0 here in Cincinnati after 2. Pitcher Jerry Eickhoff steps to the plate. Eickhoff hitting .136. Wall delivers. Line shot to right center field. Base hit for Eickhoff. He's into second base with a double. I don't think Wall's going to get through this inning. I'm going to have to use several pitchers, so I guess I'll go ahead and use get Glover up. Alright. D. Gordon at the plate. Gordon 1 for 1 on the day. Eickhoff at second with nobody out in the inning. Ground ball to second. Profar's up with it, but it doesn't have a play anywhere. Eickhoff moves up to third base. Runners at first and third. Still nobody out in the inning for Martin Prado. Prado 0 for 1 with an RBI. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it. Throws on to second. Profar on to first. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Runner scores from third, though, and the Padres lead 3-0. That brings Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa 0 for 1 today. Top ground ball back to the pitcher. Wall up with it. Throws to first. Correa's retired. That ends the inning, but the Padres score a run. They increase their lead to 3 here in Cincinnati after 2.5. Pinch hitting for the Reds, Brandon Moss. Moss hitting .229 with 10 home runs and 30 RBIs. Line shot to right field. That falls in for a base hit. Moss is on at first with nobody out in the inning for Jurickson Profar. I'm going to set down Glover for a second. Profar drew a walk earlier today. Strikes out here for the first out of the inning. One down. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 1. Brinson draws a walk. That moves Moss up to second base. Runners at first and second. One down in the inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 1 today. Ground ball to short. Oh! They booed it though. Correa with a throwing error. All hands are safe. Bases are now loaded with 1 out for Heimer Candelario. Candelario 0 for 1 on the day. Line shot to center field. Kendall puts it away. Moss tries to tag from third. He's able to score. And the Reds cut the Padres lead to 2. It's now 3-1 in the bottom of the third. Runs the first and second. Almora at the plate. Almora 0 for 1. I guess I can get Glover into the game now. Although, I'm going to wait. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Line shot to center field. Kittle makes a nice play out there. He puts it away. Almora's retired, and the threat is ended. The Reds score a run, though. They cut the lead to 2. It's now 3-1 Padres after 3. Jose Abreu steps to the plate. Abreu with a solo home run. New pitcher for the Reds, Coda Glover. Glover with a 1-0 record on the season with a 3.81 ERA. High deep drive to right field. Abreu just welcomed Glover to the game. And the Padres get their run back. They now lead 4-1 here in the top of the 4th. That brings Alex Dickerson to the plate. Dickerson 0 for 1 on the day. Another rain delay. Man, this is ugly today. Dickerson draws a walk. Still nobody out in the inning. Brings Jarrett Parker to the plate. I don't have enough bullpen to handle all this. Runner at first base. Nobody out. Jarrett Parker at the plate. Parker 0 for 1 on the day. Glover delivers. Base hit to right field. Oh, Brinson with a nice throw to third base to cut down Dickerson trying to being aggressive. So runner at first base, 1 down in the inning for Jaron Kendall. Kendall 0 for 1. Base hit back up the middle. Runners at first and second. Still only 1 out in the inning for Reese McGuire. McGuire 0 for 1 today. Ground ball to second. Profar to Simmons to Gonzalez. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and thankfully the Reds are out of the inning. The Padres score a run, though. They extend their lead back to 3. It's now 4-1 after 3.5. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. He draws a walk here. He's on at first base with nobody out for Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 1 today. Hard hit ball past the shortstop into left field for a base hit for Kelly. Runners at first and second, nobody out for the shortstop Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 0 for 1. He's ready. He's still ready. Line shot to left center field. That gets down for extra bases for Simmons. He coasts into second with a double. 2 runs are going to score. And the Reds cut the lead to 1. It's now 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. I'm not going to have enough pinch hitters here. Pitch hitting for Dakota Glover, Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .208 with an RBI on the season. Simmons at second base. Still nobody out in the inning. Albies works a walk. He's on at first with good speed for Jurickson Profar. Still nobody out. First and second. Eichhoff delivers. Line shot to right center field. That's going to get down for extra bases for Profar. Simmons is able to score from second on the play. Albies moves up to third. Runners at second and third. Still nobody out for Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 1 on the day. The Reds have tied it up here in the bottom of the 4th. Line shot to center. One run to score. Profar tries to score. Oh, but he's cut down. Albies scores. Profar cut down, trying to score from second base for the first out of the inning. But the Reds lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. Still only 1 out in the inning. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the day. Brinson at first. Eichhoff delivers. Ground ball to second. Oh, 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Oh no, and I didn't get Holder back up. Hopefully, oh, he's still warming up. Oh well. Well, the Reds take the lead after the 4th inning, 5-4. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. He's 4-2 on the season with a 2.25 ERA. He struck out 57 batters in 56 innings pitched. He'll be facing a pinch hitter, Alan Hansen. Hansen hitting .232 with 7 home runs and 25 RBIs. Holder delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws to first. Hansen's retired. 1 down. That brings D. Gordon to the plate. Gordon, a Reds killer this entire series. He's a perfect 2 for 2 on the day today. Line shot to left field, another base hit for Gordon. He's on at first with good speed for Martin Prado. Prado 0 for 2. I'm going to pitch out here. Nothing doing. Holder checks the runner, delivers to Prado. Base hit to left field. Gordon moves up to second. Runners at first and second, still only 1 out in the inning. I just don't have enough bullpen to Holder basically has to pitch this in the next inning. I don't have much choice. Runners at first and second, 1 out for Carlos Correa. Correa 0 for 2 on the day. Holder delivers. Line shot to left field. That's extra bases for Correa. Gordon scores on the play. Prado moves up to third base. RBI double for Carlos Correa, and the game is now tied here in the top of the 5th. Runners at second and third for Jose Abreu. Abreu 2 for 2 on the day with 2 home runs. He draws a walk here. Bases are now loaded for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson 0 for 1 on the day. High deep drive to right field. And the Padres take a 9-5 lead on the Dickerson Grand Slam. Boy, this is getting ugly. I'm leaving Holder out there, though. He's gonna take a beating. He's gonna be in there for the next 2 innings. They can't even turn a double play to end the inning. That brings up Reese McGuire, the Padres catcher, 0 for 2 on the day. Good speed on at first and Jaron Kendall. Ground ball down to third. Candelario up with it, throws to second. That cuts down the lead runner, and mercifully the 5th inning is over, top of the 5th. But the Padres take a lead 9-5. New pitcher for the Padres, Mike Pelfrey. Pelfrey 2-1 this season with a 6.75 ERA. Ground ball down to third. Candelario is retired, 1 down in the inning. Albert Almora steps to the plate. Almora 0 for 2. And the Reds go down here 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th. The Padres lead 9-5 here in Cincinnati. One more inning for Holder. Let's see how he holds up. Strikes out Buxton for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Ground ball back. Oh, Simmons, you are not helping me out. You're supposed to be a Gold Glove shortstop. You can't be doing this in a game where we are getting crapped on. Fly ball to right field. Brinson underneath it makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brings Carlos Correa to the plate. Correa 1 for 3 on the day. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. And he redeems himself. Throws to first. Correa's retired. That ends the inning. And thankfully the Reds are through 6. After 5.5, the Padres lead them 9-5. Well, they're through 5.5 anyway. Carson Kelly steps to the plate. The catcher 1 for 2 on the day. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Padres, Alex Wilson. Wilson 2-0 with a 3.86 ERA. Ground ball to short. Kelly's retired for the first out of the inning. Brings Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons with a ground ball down to first, but Abreu boots it. Simmons is on in the air with 1 out in the inning for the pitcher, Jonathan Holder. Do I even have anybody to pinch hit? I do have a couple people to pinch hit. Runner at first base, 1 out for the pinch hitter, Mike Freeman. Freeman hitting .357 with 5 RBIs. Ground ball down to third base. Prado up with it, throws to first. Freeman's retired. Simmons moves up to second on the play. He's in scoring position for Jurickson Profar. Profar 1 for 2 today. Line shot to short. Correa makes the catch. And the side's retired. The Reds strand a runner, and after 6, they trail the Padres 9-5. New pitcher for the Reds, Felipe Rivero. Rivero 3-1 this season with a 1.6 ERA. He struck out 59 batters in 50 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing Jose Abreu. Abreu 2 for 2 on the day with 2 solo home runs and a couple walks, I believe. Abreu on again. He's on at first base with nobody out in the inning for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson 1 for 2 on the day with a grand slam home run. Rivera delivers. He walks Dickerson for the... Oh no. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out in the inning for Jarrett Parker. Parker 2 for 3 today. Rivera strikes him out for the first out of the inning. Wait, was there a rain delay? What just I think I accidentally just hit that guy. Just the last thing in the world I wanted to do. That brings up the catcher, Reese McGuire, after Jaron Kendall has been plunked to load the bases. I think everything's going wrong here. I can't even push the right buttons anymore. Catcher McGuire 0 for 3 on the day. Rivera delivers. Looper to left field. Fisher makes the catch. Runner's trying to score from third, and he's in safely. That extends the lead to 5. The Padres now lead 10-5. Brings Cesar Puello to the plate to pinch hit. Puello hitting .176 on the season. Rivera delivers. Strikes out Puello to end the inning. And after 6.5, the Padres lead the Reds 10-5. Lewis Brinson steps to plate. Brinson 1 for 2 today. Hey, Al. Things are going pretty well. How are they going with you? Runner at first. Nobody out in the inning for Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 3 on the day. Ground ball to second. It's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 down in the inning now. Brings Heimer Candelario to the plate. Candelario 0 for 2. Yeah, this has been a bad game. And Candelario's retired. Man, base hit for D. Gordon. He's absolute Reds killer. He's now 4 for 5. I think he's... I don't know. He's been, let's see, he's what, 5 for 10, 7 for 14, 11 for 19 in the series against me. D. Gordon is absolutely killing me. Line shot to left field, base hit for Prado. Oh, man. My pitcher got injured early in the game, and I just don't have enough bullpen to cover it. Runners at first and second, still nobody out in the inning for Carlos Correa. Correa 1 for 4 today. Line shot to right field. That's going to be a double. Double for Correa. Run's going to score. And the Padres now lead 11-5. Runners at second and third. Still nobody out in the inning. Jose Abreu at the plate. Abreu a perfect 2 for 2 on the day with 2 solo home runs. He's also drawn a couple walks. He draws another one here. He's on at first base. Bases are now loaded for Alex Dickerson. Dickerson try for his second Grand Slam home run of the day. Rivero delivers. Oh! I guess he was afraid of Dickerson and walked him. Bases are still loaded. Jarrett Parker at the plate. Parker 2 for 4. Oh, everybody's been taking one for the team. Finally, Rivero gets an out. Bases still loaded. Jaron Kendall at the plate. Kendall 1 for 3 on the day. Look at that. Suddenly Rivero's found his stuff. He's exhausted. I don't know if I should give him one more pitch or not. Oh, nice play by Simmons. But the Padres tack on 2 more runs. And they now lead 12-5 after 7.5. Oh, wait. Edwin Diaz is getting tired in the bullpen. Ground ball to short. Correa up with it, throws to first. Almore is retired. 1 down in the inning. Derek Fisher steps in. Fisher strikes out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. I guess we'll get Diaz back up. He's got to pitch the next inning. Carson Kelly with a base hit back up the middle. He's on at first base with 2 down for Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 1 for 3 today. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Runners at first and second. 2 outs for, let's see, do I have anybody left on it? David Freese. I guess I could pinch it with Oscar Hernandez too. I might do that. Pinch hitter Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez hitting .273 with 9 home runs and 39 RBIs. 2 down, runners at first and second. Fly ball to right field. Parker sells underneath it, makes the catch, and the side's retired. The Reds threaten, but they fail to score here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Padres lead them 12-5. Okay. New pitcher for the Reds, Edwin Diaz. Diaz 2-2 on the season with a 2.01 ERA. He struck out 62 batters in 40 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing pinch hitter Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli hitting .234 with 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Strikes out Cervelli for the first out of the inning. 1 down. D. Gordon steps to the plate. Gordon, the Reds killer during this series, is 4 for 5 on the day. Ground ball to second. Profar up with it, throws to first. Gordon is retired. And there's 2 outs in the inning for Martin Prado. Prado 2 for 5 today. Hard hit line drive to Candelario, but he picks it off. I think the Reds want to finish this game up because they're zipping all over the place, making great plays. If only they could have done a little bit of that earlier. I guess you can't defend a grand slam though. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. The second baseman 1 for 3 today. Looper to center field. Kendall's able to make the play for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Lewis Brinson steps to the plate. Brinson 2 for 3 today. Top ground ball down to third. Prado up with it, throws to first. Brinson's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps to the plate. Gonzalez 1 for 4 today. Ground ball down to third. Prado up with it, throws to first. And the Padres have defeated the Reds here today, 12-5. All my players are getting injured all over the place. Holder and Rivero both got rocked. In spite of that, they still have nice ERAs. I guess they were due. And then I hit a batter I didn't want to hit. That was ugly. It was an ugly series. I lost 3 out of 4. And I'm not sure who all is hurt. I just got a pitcher back, and now I'm going to have another pitcher go on the DL probably. I was wanting to get Yasmero Pettit back out of the rotation. Oops. Gray didn't even have a good start. But I'm going to need him. Well, hopefully I can. I don't know. How's Milwaukee doing this year? Oh, well, I'm no longer in first place. There's a tie now. I think they've got the tiebreaker. And Milwaukee's third in the division. Well, it's been a rough day. I think I'm going to call it quits on the stream. Thank you for watching.